Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to see you today. It's been a while. We welcome you today to Agelessdiscourse with Fred and Oluchi Chukwuonu.
You're welcome. It's been a while, and we're glad that we're here today. We trust God that some of the principles you're going to learn from the things we're going to talk about today will bless and lift your marriage and your relationship. God bless you as you're listening.
All right, we want to talk about threats, threatening your partners, and the dangers in it. Threatening your partners. Sometimes we look at threat as nothing. After all, I did not carry it out. But today we look at that these things, they really have dangers in our marriages.
Yes.
And we trust that God will help us to do justice to it.
Yes. So threat in all ramifications is not a thing that we should take advantage of. All right. We shouldn't walk and encourage threat in our marriage, because when we do that, we discover that we manipulate our partner and even blackmail them to do what they don't want to do. Okay, so we're looking at it that this thing should not happen. We have seen this thing destroy relationship and marriages. It's a toxic, all right, and is a marriage killer. So we should expel it completely, from our relationship and our marriages.
Yeah. When we talk about threat is an expression of your intentions to inflict pain, to inflict evil. And most times these things occur when we are angry. You understand? That's why normally in relationship we can fight, we can quarrel, we can disagree, but there are boundaries. It's not all the time we're expected to express what is in our heart. The Bible says the heart of man is evil. So it's not all the time you express them. There are certain limits to which you can say to your partner. Yeah.
And there should be a caution. Just like she said. Not everything is, let me say, the way it is. Saying things the way it is sometimes doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
There are things
yes.
you can keep quiet.
Yes.
Let's say, for instance, we said that there are dangers in issuing threat in your relationship or your marriage. One is that it cut down the flow of communication.
Yes.
In a relationship, because once you threaten me, all right, I've been hurt emotionally. If there's any meaningful discussion we're having before, you discover that I will withdraw. I wouldn't want to continue with that.
Yeah.
Because I felt hurt.
Yeah.
And you that is issuing the threat will not see anything because you have your way.
Yeah.
For instance, you are telling your husband that, look, if I don't have that allowance, okay, here you're not going to eat in this house again until you provide that. And whereby you have a means of providing. Yes, it becomes his responsibility, to provide, but as well too, if you're in a better position, why not do
support?
That? Yes, you can.
Good women do support.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, like my husband said, communication, effective communication is one of the anchors of healthy marriage. And when a partner finds himself always threatening, it means that the partner has a poor way of communicating, because threat does not really communicate to your partner effectively. And one thing about threat is that it escalates what? The conflict. Yes. It escalates conflict.
Yes.
Because what you are not able to talk and resolve, you out of threat, you just threaten to shut the person up. Let me tell you, that particular conflict will keep resurfacing.
Yes.
Because it has not been dealt with.
Yes.
So that's another danger of threatening someone or threatening your partner. Because one thing is that it will cut down the flow of the communication and also escalate whatever it is that has not been resolved.
Yeah, just like I said before, when we discovered that this threat always happened among the spouse, whereby you said, well, since you don't want to make love to me, okay, and each time you're giving excuses, it's another threat. I will walk away. I will go look for somebody else that will be happy to give it to me 20 times, right? And because your spouse loves you and he wouldn't want you to go, he said, okay, come and have it. That is blackmail
And manipulation.
Yes. You are making him or her to do what he really don't want to do. This can be ironed out. You can talk about it. You mustn't issue that threat. And sometimes people say, well, I don't mean it to. I was just saying it. Don't say what you don't mean.
Yeah.
Don't. By saying that thing, you are weakening the
foundation of your mind, the trust in your relationship. You are weakening it. Yeah. When we talk about like he mentioned manipulation. You see, one thing about marriage is that it's a place of security.
Yeah.
It's a place of security. So anything that touches the fabrics of trust and brings insecurity and fear to that relationship, it has become emotional abuse.
Yes.
Yes, it has become an emotional abuse. So it is important that you create, a relationship, a forum where everybody can feel free to express themselves, but not in an evil way. So that's being said, let's avoid emotionally abusing our spouse. And another thing I want to add there is that, you see, most times when you speak, each time you threat, you might feel within you that you don't want to carry it out. But when you keep saying it over and over and over and over, just like the Bible said that our words are what? Spirit and life. You don't be surprised that one day you carry it out. You keep telling your wife keep telling your wife, I will kill you, I will do this, I will do that. Don't be surprised that one day you carry out that threat. Not as though you intended to do that, but because your words has become life, you find yourself doing that.
Not only that too, because the person you are threatening might feel that you are just a barking bulldog. You won't do anything, and that thing alone will provoke you to do with the act of pride.
Yeah.
Let me show you that.
The act of pride and arrogance. Yes.
So that is it again. And another aspect of
issuing
threat. Yes, sometimes it might not be verbally said, but in action.
Yeah.
And sometimes we find ourselves complaining. If you keep on complaining over a thing over and over again, the person you are complaining that to will begin to
become
get
very uncomfortable,
and they might want to do what you are saying. Take for instance, you said, well, I don't even understand. Since I came into this marriage, I've never enjoyed myself. Look at it. I've never enjoyed myself. I've been dreaming that when I come to this marriage, I will do this, I will do that, I will go to these places, I will do this. I saw others that are married. I see how they live their life. Yes, you have not said if you don't say I walk away, but as you are saying that thing, if it's the man or the woman who want to go out of his way to do what he wants so that he'll be happy. Now these are manipulations. You might say, well, I never threatened him, but you are doing that, in a subtle way. Doing that in a subtle way. So we have to put a stop to this things if we really want to enjoy our relationship with our marriages. Just like we said, it's a toxic that kills marriage. Threat.
Yeah. And another thing I just remembered is you see, most times when you issue, if you're the type that's always issuing threats, at a point people will get hardened. It's just like when you are telling your children, I will flog you, I will flog you, I will flog you. At a point they get tired of your cane and your flogging.
And they know you will never do that.
They'll go ahead and do what they want to do because they're already hardened. So sometimes when you are issuing threat to your partner, at a point they will get used to you. They will get used to your shouting. They will get used to your backing. They will get used to all your threats. And that will mean nothing. So your words will no longer mean anything to them. And it's not supposed to be so in marriage. Your words should be able to count. And like my husband says, sometimes because you want you to count out of arrogance, you find yourself doing what even you didn't intend to do. I will walk away, I will walk away. And one day you carry your suitcase and walk away because you just want to do that. But initially that was not intentional. So when we're talking about threat, most times we didn't intend to do it. We're just trying to say it the way we feel. But if we're not careful, we'll find that we're actually, destroying our homes and our marriages. Yeah.
Yeah, it shows weakness. Your weakness. It shows your weakness, both in communication, both in will, and when you show that threat, it's like what you are not able to do. When you talk about weakness, also it shows that your inability to do some certain things.
Yeah.
So you only come out with threat so that people will listen to you. They will get to do what you want them to do. That's manipulation. Another
thing that just came to mind is when you see a partner always issuing threat. Another thing is that you should look at it that partner is immature. Don't look at the age. Yeah, because when someone is immature, you find that you don't really think through. You just talk as you feel. Feelings are not. They are. What do I use now? They are not something to measure. it's not, your feelings should not be a channel for you to showcase your maturity. No, a matured person is able to talk in his feelings or her feeling and do the right thing. So most times, you remember early, most women, when they get married, early in their marriage life, you see them packing their loads. Every little thing, I want to go back to my father's house, But with maturity, with time, you see that those things will just fizzle out. Yeah. So you see that when you exhibit a lot of threat, and if you don't do this and don't do this, it means that you're still a babe.
Yes, we need to get matured, all right, in our relationship and in our marriage, and understand that we've come to stay. We're going nowhere. Right, this place belongs to both of us. Nobody's walking away.
Nobody's walking away.
Whatever that is the issue should be resolved, not with threat,
yes,
but amicably, being able to communicate and pass your feelings. You will understand, all right. And the you that the other guy is issuing threat to, then you also have to support. If there is a thing that they want from you, if you don't have it, explain.
Explain.
You get it, and they will understand. So there's no need to issue threat in the relation and marriages.
All right, we'll be stopping here. I hope you've gained one or two things. We'll come your way some other time.